All right, today we're going to dive into something really powerful. It's an operational system called the Service Playbook. And what's so cool about it is how it combines a really human mission with the discipline of data-driven, repeatable plays. Let's jump right in.
So this quote, this really gets to the heart of the whole thing, doesn't it? We're not just talking about business processes or making things more efficient for the sake of it. No, we're talking about a real, urgent human need. This is the moment that matters most. And that call to action is what sparks this entire playbook to life.
And that is exactly what we're going to break down today. We're going to look at the framework that lets a team answer that call, not just by luck or by trying really hard, but with a system that's reliable, repeatable, and designed to win.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the why, the mission. Then we'll talk about the players, the team on the field. From there, we'll get tactical and look at the actual plays they run. Then we'll check the scoreboard to see how they measure a win. And finally, we'll wrap up with how you can take these ideas and build your own playbook.
All right, first up, the mission for families. And the big idea here is so important. This entire system isn't built on profit margins or fancy tech. It's built on purpose. It's all about knowing deep down why your team even exists. And this just nails what that purpose looks like in the real world. You see, the mission isn't fix the HVAC unit. The real mission is getting grandma's room warm again. It's letting the kids get back to sleep. It's always about the human outcome, not just the technical fix.
Okay, so you might be thinking, that's a nice sentiment, but does it actually move the needle? Well, take a look at this. When the mission is focused on people, the business results follow. The Net Promoter Score, which is just a fancy way of measuring customer loyalty, jumped from 62 all the way to 76. That's huge. It's proof that purpose drives performance.
But that purpose isn't just some vague, fuzzy feeling. It gets translated into hard, measurable commitments. These are the promises the team makes to every single customer. Think of them as the rules of the game. They make the mission real, and they hold everyone accountable to a specific standard.
So you've got this big mission. You've got these concrete promises. But who actually makes it all happen? Well, that brings us to the most important part, the team on the field, the folks who are the face of the service every single day. This is absolutely crucial to understand. The playbook is built on the truth that your technicians are the service. They aren't just cogs in a machine. They are the subject matter experts, out there in their steel-toed boots, turning your company's promises into reality on every single job.
And look, if you're going to call your team heroes, you have to treat them that way. And that starts with keeping them safe. This number right here, 0 lost time safety incidents, is maybe the most important metric of all. It's not just a stat, it's a statement. It proves that the team's well-being is the #1 priority. Because you can't deliver great service if your team doesn't feel safe and supported, period.
The whole culture is about building resilience through repetition. It's like going to the gym, you know? Every single service call is a rep. It's a chance to practice, to learn, to get just a little bit better. All these small, consistent wins, they add up. They build a team that's strong enough to handle any challenge, a team that's ready for a big season.
Okay, so we've got the mission, we've got the team, now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about running the plays. This is where all that purpose and talent gets focused through clear, repeatable processes, what we call standard operating procedures, or SOPs. This is where the magic happens. So let's break down a really critical one, the emergency no-heat play. First, triage. Is there a child or a senior in the house? That's priority 1. Second, dispatch the closest tech who has the right skills. Third, communicate. An automatic text goes out with an ETA so the family isn't left wondering. Fourth, execute. The tech runs a pre-arrival checklist to make sure they're ready. And fifth, audit. The call is reviewed within a day to make sure everything went right. See? Nothing here is rocket science, but doing it the exact same way every single time, that guarantees you can execute flawlessly when the pressure is on.
And it's not just about that one play. The team has specific playbooks for challenges you know are coming. When a massive cold snap hits and the phones are ringing off the hook, they run the cold snap blitz. If they notice the rate of fixing problems on the first visit starts to dip, boom, they call the parts power play. This is all about being proactive, about anticipating what's coming instead of just reacting to it.
So, the team is out there. They're running the plays, but how do they know if they're actually winning the game? Well, that's where the scoreboard comes in, because this whole system is relentlessly focused on data. And check this out. Remember that parts power play we just mentioned? Look at the direct result. The first-time fix rate, getting it right on the first visit, went up by 12%. And rework, that's having to go back to a job a second time, went down by a massive 30%. It's a perfect example. You run a specific play, you get a specific, measurable win.
And this is the key. A win is not a vague feeling. It's a clear, simple checklist. There is no gray area. Did we meet our service promises? Check. Is our first-time fix rate where it needs to be? Check. Is customer satisfaction high? Check. And of course, the most important one, did we have 0 safety incidents? Check. You either hit these targets or you don't. It's crystal clear.
All right, we're in the home stretch. We've seen how this playbook works for one team in one industry, but the principles here are universal. So let's talk about how you can take these ideas and start building your own playbook, no matter what your business is.
If you boil it all down to one single idea, this is it. The Service Playbook is a system where a clear, human-centric mission acts as your North Star, guiding everything you do. And you follow that star using disciplined, data-driven execution. That's the whole game right there. Adopting a system like this is a fundamental shift in how you think. You stop just reacting to problems and you start running prepared plays. You stop guessing about how you're doing and you start tracking a real scoreboard. And you replace those kind of vague corporate goals with a mission that is clear, powerful, and all about people. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. What does a championship season look like for your team? What is that ultimate win that everyone is playing for? Because once you can define that, once you really know what game you're trying to win, well, that's when you can start building the playbook to get you there.